forecast, showers and thunderstorms today with strong southwesterly winds to 37 miles per hour.
It's a numbers game, especially for the situation that we're in. We're coming off of a high water event here. The outdoors is not a hobby. It's not our passion. It is our way of life. We make the perfect cast, slow our breathing to execute a perfect shot, spend hours researching locations and techniques. Regardless of effort, we fail. This series is not about incredible bites or trophy animals. Our goal here at Day One Outdoors is to educate our viewers utilizing new technology to offer a different perspective. Watch as we research new areas, plan out the day, and adjust to changing conditions. If not for other experienced outdoorsmen teaching me along the way, I wouldn't have this life. I owe it to them to pass this knowledge along. I owe it to you. Join us here on Day One Outdoors, and let's learn how to become more successful in the field and on the water from day one.
Tito, I got a good feeling about this.
I feel like I'm more on the hunt for a salmon right now. It's a
Yeah?
strange feeling, yeah.
Catch one before Chris even gets his rods out.
So we just got to day two on Black Lake. It's a little bit different. We've made it about 100 yards. So just right now for me, I'm just looking. The water's a little different color. It kind of has a reddish tannic to it, but you put some some polarized glass on it, you can see down really well. And so the goal right now is to cover some bank on the north end. The water's cooler, so I'm hoping the fish are a little further behind than they were over at Long Lake. The Long Lake fish look like they'd been spawning for a few weeks. So we might be here right on the nose of these fish with a bunch of big ones up. But right now we're gonna try to determine what's going on up shallow.
I like the fact that it's a little bit cooler because I think yesterday it was all post-spawn fish for the most part. We saw a couple on beds, but they just kind of seemed like they were in the post-spawn blues. Yep, that's a bed right there. Yeah, he spun around on that.
All right, Tito, day two, buddy.
Here we go, day two.
Day two. So you know what? We came up a little short yesterday by a couple pounds. But I mean, you want to talk about condition change?
Oh.
Now talking to Cody and Chris yesterday when they were over here on this lake, they had very little wind come up once in a while in the afternoon. We fought wind all day.
All day. So this morning we start off with some rats. We still might throw a little bit of top water, but given that it's so beautiful and it's so calm, we're pretty much already on to bottom presentations and throwing stick baits and just trying to cover some water, see if we can see some cruisers or maybe even one on a bed, and just keep working territory until we find them.
Come on. Oh, there we go. There we go. Fish on, and I gotta get him over that rope. Yep. Crazy the size of this fish and the size of this hook. Right? Oh, hey. Kids, that's a rock bass. Look at that dude.
And I hear they're tasty.
They are tasty. There we go. When you can get a little guy like that, the big ones are gonna wallop it, man. So.
Big one.
I heard that. That was that's a big largemouth on a frog.
Oh yeah.
You gonna bounce him? Yeah, buddy.
3 1/4, 3 1/2. Dude, he ate it. This fish came up aggressively. So there's a pre-spawn fish. You see the still got some fullness to it. These fins, it may be doing a little bit of rubbing, so the fins are starting to get some breaks in them, whatnot, but not a hollow belly at all. So this would be a nice largemouth, female most likely, getting ready to spawn up here on the flats. So Pretty cool deal, and even cooler that she went and ate a frog. Burp, 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 burp.
Yeah, you get one bite in a mile of bank, and you're like, all right, we're staying. No.
I don't know, it was like a 5 or 6, you know?
Well, the way that thing hit in the mouth.
It hit big. $346, 3.5.
346?
Yep.
All right.
Put her on the pad.
346. It's official.
Fish on a frog, just throwing out in the pads, the broken pads, next to some wood. And we are in the very northern piece of the lake. You know, we were just discussing, hey, we need to move, and Cody made a comment, let's fish this creek if we have an inflow. And that fish was right on the nearest piece of structure towards the inlet. So,
Chris, we need what? If we got 10 pounds today, I don't think they'd catch up.
well,
Because they're at 11, we're at 15. They might get 14 pounds. That's how.
I just don't feel like the lake had a lot of bites. I don't feel like
Yesterday
Long
for
Lake-
us?
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of bites. Now there's a better chance of quality bites out there, maybe possibly. But hey, our first bite on black was a 3.5, so I think both lakes have quality fish. But if we can catch 10 or 11 pounds, I think it's going to be tough to make up the difference.
And back to frogging we go. Because we both would much prefer to catch them on frogs.
Bluegill. Getting all the spiny ray today, man. He'll eat that big craw. Look at that dude, huh? On the board, dose.
Top water, it's almost like bobber fishing for salmon or steelhead. You get the visual aspect of it. And these fish, like Chris's fish, man, that was just aggressive. That was mean how hard that fish hit. So if we get a good bite like that today, heck, honestly, if we just got 5 or 6 bites like that today, win or lose, that's awesome. That's a lot of fun. Ooh, frogfish. Dude, I didn't even hear that.
Slurped it.
Oh yeah, there you go. Dude, now you're on a frog bite.
Yeah, I really was listening for my frogs. I wasn't looking at my frog. I was listening for the chug.
Yeah.
And the chug stopped, and I looked, and there was a slurp, and there was a fish sitting underneath my frog, and the frog was gone. So,
He didn't hit that nearly as aggressive as the last one.
no, he just came up and did a little slurp on it. So,
So the bank changed here. It got a little deeper. We're in some different growth. The bottom is a lot darker. We're starting to see a little bit more bluegill and 2 frogfish in 50 yards.
we have 2.22 again.
222.
2.25.
Ah, dinker. No, it's 12.
Yeah, 12 inches. Get on board. Ounces.
There we go. Oh.
8.2.
Look at that guy.
0.82.
Rock bass.
0.82.
Yeah, I saw my line moving though.
Yeah.
Right? I saw my line.
There it
creeping.
goes.
So I was like, that's
Give
a
it-
little bigger rock bass.
give
Look
it
at
the
mouth on
wood.
this guy.
Yep.
Same dock.
More mature lily pads. A little bit more sparse. All the juice. Yeah. Yeah, I've been reaching out.
See, I'm catching them in 3 feet. You're gonna get them in 5. You can, up here, you're more likely to catch like the males, but you can catch big ones up. But if you're gonna catch, say, 10 frogfish, if they're coming off the bank a little bit, they'll probably be bigger. So it's good to you want to check both if you can get an opportunity. And since we're kind of working as a team together, I'll fish in, he fishes out, and we'll just be methodical that way.
Sure. He just wants the insects. That's where the fish are.
Actually, it's a lot more fish shallow.
Yeah,
Cody,
there it
fish
is.
offshore.
Best friends.
Fishfield is your one-stop shop online for the gear you need here in the Pacific Northwest and beyond. From salmon and steelhead, saltwater, trout and kokanee, even crabbing. Visit fishfield.com today to place an order and have the gear you need shipped fast. Fishfield.com, we have what the Northwest outdoorsman needs.
Every once in a while, a new lure comes along that catches every angler's attention. It could be because of all the irresistible colors and finishes, or the patented skip beat action. Or maybe it's the wide variety of sizes designed for salmon, trout, walleye, steelhead, mackinaw, and more. But just for the record, we know one thing for certain. We didn't design the mag lip to catch fishermen. Yakima Bait Company.
We're just pulling into an area right now that has a lot of rock on the bottom, and that's typically indicative of good smallmouth water. So smallies like a lot of hard cover. They really like that rock, hard bottom, a little bit on the timber, on the lumber, the logs, but more so on rock for sure. And when you mix the rock bottom with some docks, that should scream smallmouth. Our largemouth that we've caught so far today, soft bottom, mud, lily pads, more of that soft cover that you can rip through that grass, that tobacco leaf. And now we're getting into a little bit harder bottom. So I'm throwing a drop shot here to see if I can find a couple of smallmouth. Wicked smallie bite.
Nice little smallmouth here. Things have a lot of spunk to them.
It's not a bad fish. It's on that little ball head swimmer.
To me, it looks like a little male, real thin. Probably up there guarding a bed in 3-4 feet of water. Just threw out in front of the boat and caught on a little swim bait.
So you caught them up there pretty tight then?
Yeah, it's pretty tight.
And they're little fish, but man, they fight so hard though. It's
This one really hard for what it was. Yeah, that truly did. So 1-2-2. There we go, bud. Pretty little fish.
This is happening. There we go. Decent little fish.
Heck yeah.
Good instructor right there, huh? It's so cool to watch that line just slowly start creeping away. And you know, the fish has picked up, started moving with it, right?
It's gonna be in that 2 range, I think. 152. 152.
Okay, that'll work. At the start, we're gonna get some bigger ones, I guarantee it.
There you go, buddy.
Yep, you got him. He's on. Yeah, buddy. Oh, it's a little guy. What were we just saying? This is insane. There's no bass here. It looks so froggy. And you catch one on a frog.
Bank and on what looked like really good water. And I want to come get it.
Really good water. And honestly, we had 2 other bites, but they're both from little fish and a ton of bait in the area.
Scale's funny. 122.
It's frustrating. It's frustrating. Yes, I am frustrated, Sam. Oh, big, he's on. Oh, it's not that big. A little 3-pounder. I guess after you catch one that's 1 pound. Okay, that's a good fish. All right, I'll give you that. So yes, Sam, I am getting frustrated because he keeps on stroking them and I haven't get bit.
Nice. So went another 100 yards and got another good fish. This is a 2.5 pounder. This one ate it with vengeance. So what I'm seeing right now is if you can get around a fish, they're aggressive, willing to bite. So we've got a it's like probably a male bass here. See, it's got this mark on its jawline. So this fish has been up there actively spawning. So they're actually in the on the hard bottom. They're clearing out and they're rubbing and digging holes out here in the bottom, so they'll rub themselves raw. So this is a good indication this fish is done some spawning. It's probably a post-spawn fish. I mean, it could be up near a nest, but this time of year in the spring, you'll see them get a little banged up. This stuff tends to heal as you get into later summer and into the fall. So nice fish, glad to have it. 240.
Sure it's not 222?
It's 240. 240 right here. There we go. Cool, man. We're doing all right. Cody's a salmon guy, you see, and over time, things just
I lose my touch.
Things just shift a little bit more towards the warm water guy.
Oh, so you're saying yesterday I was on a good little streak, but you know, I can't sustain that.
Yes, exactly right.
Look at that little aggressive dude. Look at the size of worm that bass hit. Look at that. That worm is as long as his body. Oof. Monster. Don't you love the red eyes? Cool thing about rock bass, or little rock bass. There you go. Apparently you enjoyed your stay the last 2 seasons. Nice to have you back. We've got nice drop off here. That's
Yeah.
why I threw back in there. I was like, well, I'll leave it for a second because that drops off really nice. That is sinking. Maybe a little fish on there. Or a bigger
Nice
fish.
one. Set the hook. There we go.
That's a decent one.
Here we go.
There you go.
Again.
That's why I left the dude. It was deep
Nice.
back there, right?
Yes.
And then I'm like, that line is moving.
Yes, it is.
Right on, brother. It's just, I mean, it literally goes from a foot to 6 feet right here, Tito. We haven't got any monsters yet, but these 1.5 pounders add up, right?
185.
185. Gotta like it.
Man, those little guys, those little smallmouth, they fight so hard.
Yeah, they really do.
And we were just talking about that too, right?
Look at this.
We just went from
got like
sand, nothing, now we got all this big kind of chunky bottom, lots of structure, depth change.
Nice lip on it too. Looks like really spot for crawdads and stuff. This little fish is pulling really
It's
hard.
like a little 14-incher and he's whooping you better than those 3-pounders.
There we go. Smallmouth on the swim bait. There it is. It's got the red eyes. You get greens and browns in these. A little bit of yellow. Largemouth are going to be more green and white and black. Oh, easy there, Tiger. We got 112.
112.
112.
Added to the weight.
Number 6.
For you.
They at the bottom started working it out and grabbed it. Stopped that. You're talking about the rod.
Entitled
anything?
one.
You're talking about the rod actions, really? Like,
Yeah, with Bennett, when you fish on, he's jumping, I get it.
No, like entitled.
Entitled. Entitled. You brought it up.
Come on. Just all over the place. A little bigger than the last one. Smallmouth. They're so scrappy. It's gonna be the same size as the last one. Just look at that. Same fish.
112? And we're not seeing too many fish on this lake, at least compared to the other one. So that's what I'm going to blame it on. And you getting first shot at them. You're getting the aggressive ones before I even get a cast on them. That's not the case at all. I'm getting plenty of good angles. I just suck today. So we just came cruising through this patch right here, but it's a lot of mud bottom. And Chris pointed out a couple of catfish that are actually on beds. Catfish will protect their beds just as much as a smallmouth or a largemouth. So we decided to have a little bit of fun. And Cody's finally on the board. Eat that little swim bait, and you just put it right on top of their bed, just like any other fish. Oh gosh, these things, they always bite down so hard, these yellow belly bullhead. Hey, I'm finally on the board and it was fun.
Salmon swim up to 3,000 miles to return to their exact place of birth to reproduce. Well, most of the time.
Not bad. He was running right at me. Come out.
Good looking brown bass.
All right, I'm gonna flip this fish. He's a little bit too big to bounce on the light line. That's a good little smallmouth.
Nice one, Chris.
Tongue hook.
Was that next to the dock?
Yeah, I popped it once off the side of the dock. I made pliers to get this one loose.
Yeah, it's a good looking bass. Scale? Yeah, he's just swimming at you.
Decent, I mean. Cool.
Almost looks post spawn.
Yeah, definitely.
2.5, 252.
252 smallmouth.
There it is. It's our list for the day.
Makes it cool when you get to add these guys in.
There you go, buddy, for the fish. Splash it. Oh. Oh, dang it.
Gosh, there's fish. There's a bunch of fish in here.
On pattern, man, on pattern. That's a
5
big
inch
one.
wacky rig. They're living pretty close to one another, really. This bank's got both things going on, and in the afternoon they're starting to get a little more aggressive.
Hey, Parks. I don't think they got a chance.
I think we've got quite.
I think we got to be pretty good at this point.
Catch 30 pounds.
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
All right, this one's a 144.
144, got it.
144 here. There we go, like that.
Minutes to go. Pulls one out.
Nope. 0.55. I mean, it's not what we were looking for today. It's the right species. It's not the right size, but it was a beautiful day out here. It's not over. We got a couple more docks. You never know what's going to happen, but we'll keep working on it.
Oh, there you go. Nice. Little smallies. Man, they fight hard. They pull so hard, man. Yeah, we got a nice little rhythm going here. Just grind this out. Total weight.
I don't feel like I'm grinding because we're getting bit every 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's every other dock.
Yeah, that's nice.
Go. Get out pretty easy. I'm gonna say 146.
Chris is on one right now. Oh, we finally see a fish on a bed, and Chris is going to try and catch it here. Yep. Yep. So let's make it 3 o'clock. Oh, we got him. Oh, dude, what are you talking about, big one? That thing's a 1 pounder. Don't give me that. All right. So Chris is a liar, and we'll be done at 3 o'clock, and we'll total everything up. All right, buddy. Later. Sounds like those guys are struggling pretty bad over at the other lake. I don't know if it's our technique or the fact that they really got the short end of the stick yesterday on this lake with all the wind.
All right, cut you ready for weight?
Yep.
1.5 on the nose.
Got it.
To me, this lake was kind of fun because it gave us options. Oh, Cody's on one.
Don't mind me.
And we're still fishing.
That's a good largemouth. That's a good largemouth. Except the problem is we're past our time. Oh, past the time. But this guy here, as you're saying, we were actually on this lake able to fish reaction.
Right.
Yeah, we got them on frogs. This is a drum roller here with a Hildebrand blade. I mean, it's essentially a spinner bait, little swim bait with a blade, and this little guy came out and smoked it.
Yep.
While we're sitting here talking, I just kept on casting.
Yep.
But that's how the day's gone, you know. Just keep on covering ground, and then you eventually find them. Thanks for playing, little buddy. Don't eat this next time. All right. Well, how do you guys feel like you ended up today?
Well, I
feel like we didn't fare so well. I really anticipated. I had high expectations this morning
coming
coming.
here finding some decent sized fish, and we didn't get anything over 2 pounds.
Oh man, well, that's tough. You guys are fishing well and seeing fish at least this time?
Didn't see fish.
Just couldn't find any big ones. There's
Definitely no fish sitting on nests. Didn't see a single one. Saw a lot of empty beds, like you had said.
Yep, yeah, and we kind of saw that here today too. And you know, it sounds like you guys really just drew the short straw because we have absolutely no wind out here today, and yesterday you guys just about got blown off the water.
Go figure, huh? Yeah.
We didn't get any quality today. I think our best one was around 3.
Yeah?
And but we ended up with probably 15 fish. So
Holy cow.
So
was good, but we literally caught them on everything. We actually had a pretty decent frog bite.
Chris had 5, 6, 7 blow-ups on frogs, Senkos, drop shots, spinner baits, all sorts of stuff. So
just kind of covering water, we covered a lot, and just little groups and little patches here and there.
Yeah. Well, nice job, because we ended up only weighing 4 fish.
So
well, I guess it means you're buying dinner, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, actually, Shing's gonna have it ready to go at the house. So
I can't send you on the road without putting food in your belly, my friend.
You guys are awesome hosts, man. I appreciate that. Well, we'll put the boat on the trailer here, and we'll see you back at the house.
Yep, sounds good. See you about half hour.
All right, buddy.
All right, man. Bye.
I feel bad for him. He fished really hard the last couple days. So did Tito.
We smoked him though.
Well, what's cool about this little 2-day deal that we did is that we both fished, each team fished different bodies of water each day. So we're all going in blind. No one has the upper hand, and it's just breaking down water. And like we mentioned earlier, there's one following it right all the way up. Like we mentioned earlier, we're coming out here eliminating water, not trying to figure out where they are, but where they are not. And today we kind of found them on just about everything, but there was no real consistency, just sporadic. A little here, a little there. Senkos, spinner baits, frogs, drop shot. Found them doing everything, just had to keep on switching it up and keep grinding it out for those bites.
Yep, that's it.
All right, man, we're way past time, and you and I can't stop casting, so we should probably pack it up. All right, let's get out of here.